Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into building Furina. Since her banner is currently live, and I've been playing her since her last rerun, I figured now is the perfect time to make a video on her best builds. We'll be going over 3 different ways to build Furina, so whether you're a new player or just looking to optimize her kit, this video's got you covered. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about Furina's DPS build. A lot of you have been asking for a video on this, so I'm covering it right here. So what are the ideal stats for a DPS Furina? And which weapon and artifact set work best for her? Let's break it all down in this guide. If you're building Furina as a DPS or sub-DPS, then for the circlet, you'll want either crit damage or crit rate, depending on your artifact substats. If you already have enough crit rate, go for crit damage. If you have enough crit damage, then choose crit rate to balance it out. This way, you maximize her damage output efficiently. If you want to see big healing numbers from Furina, then go for a healing bonus circlet instead. This will boost her healing output significantly, but if you want to build Furina for both healing and damage, then focus on artifacts with high HP stats. Since her abilities scale with HP, this will give you a good balance between strong healing and solid damage output. For the goblet, you have 2 options. If you want to boost Furina's overall scaling, go for an HP % goblet. If you want to maximize her skill damage, then choose a hydro damage bonus goblet. And for the artifact set, make sure to use 4-piece golden troop for the huge skill damage boost. As for the 5th piece, it can be any off piece that gives you the perfect stats. For the sands, go with HP % to maximize Furina's scaling. And if you can, try to get substats with extra HP % to further boost both her damage and healing. For the plume, the main stat will always be attack, but try to get HP % substats. This will help her scale even better with her kit. And finally, for the flower, the main stat will always be HP, so just focus on getting HP % substats. Another important thing to keep in mind is balancing crit rate, crit damage, and energy recharge across all your artifact pieces. A well-rounded stat distribution is key to making Furina perform at her best. Up next, I'll show you some sample builds with good overall stats so you can get an idea of what to aim for. For standard Furina builds, here are the ideal stat ranges to aim for. HP, 25,000 to 30,000. Energy recharge, 150% for all builds. Crit rate, 60% or higher. Crit damage, 170% or higher. With these stats, Furina can work as a DPS, sub-DPS, and a solid support. But in my opinion, she shines more as a sub-DPS rather than a main DPS. Her versatility is what makes her so popular. She can play multiple roles at once. Now let's talk about the stats you should aim for if you want to push her beyond the normal build. And here's the key. Just keep increasing her HP. The more HP she has, the stronger she becomes in every role. Whether it's DPS, sub-DPS, healer, buffer, or anything else. Furina's kit scales heavily with HP, so stacking more of it will boost her damage, healing, and support capabilities all at once. If you want to take her beyond the normal build, HP is the way to go. Some players might wonder, why not just focus on crit damage instead of HP? Well, if you're lucky with artifact rolls and manage to get high crit rate and crit damage, that's great. But for Furina, her main source of damage still comes from her HP. That's why the crit stats I mentioned earlier are enough. You don't need to overstack them. Instead, prioritizing HP % will boost her overall performance in every role. But if you want to try something different from the usual builds, then here's a guide for that. If you want to build Furina as an overpowered healer, then try these artifact sets. Make sure all your artifacts have a lot of HP stats, and for the goblet, go with healing bonus as the main stat to maximize her healing potential. Mixing one 2-piece set with another 2-piece set will give you a high healing bonus, significantly boosting Furina's healing output. You can also try these artifact sets instead of Golden Troop if you want to experiment with something new, but I highly recommend using Golden Troop for the best results. If you want to know about Furina's best weapon, I've already covered that in another video. You can find the link in the description. Now I'll take my leave. If you have any questions about her build, feel free to comment down below. I noticed you guys have subscribed and liked my videos daily, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the support. See you in the next one. Take care.